everyone, and welcome back to the Savage Life channel. I'm your host, Alex, and I know I've done a couple of videos on how to fold your shirts and how to fold your socks. And I've noticed that a lot of people are wondering how to actually organize your dresser drawers. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about how I do that and what that looks like for me. It may not work for everybody. It may not work with your dresser. Your dresser could be bigger or smaller depending on what you're working with. So I'll show you and talk through some of the things that I do, and whatever you can take away from it, I hope you find it helpful. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, everyone. So this is my dresser. It is, as you can see, 4 drawers, and it was my dad's, so it does have a bit of sentimental value to me, to the point where I'm not really interested in getting a new one right now, so I have to kind of work with what I've got. So this is what I'm dealing with. I like to keep my dressers inside my closet just because I don't really like having them out. My husband's dresser is like kind of makeshifted into these buckets or baskets, so it's not really pleasing to the eye in any sort of sense. So we tend to leave ours in our closet just because, who's coming into your closet, really? It's just for us. So the first thing I do when I'm organizing my dresser is I always like to put my socks at the top. That's just kind of been always my thing. I don't really know why, but that's just how I do it. So these are minus this. This is not obviously my socks, but because I'm working on just a little bit of space, I have to kind of maximize all the little corners and crevices and everything like that. So these are my socks. These are my everyday socks. These are typically what I wear every single day. I don't always wear these, but they're lightweight and they're easy to fold, so I kind of just leave them here with the rest of my socks. I bought the bin that they're actually in is the bins. In my previous video, I talked about when I was folding these socks and teaching how to fold these socks. I get these bins from IKEA, and they come in like a set of 5 or 6, I think, for like $5, and they come in the gray and the white color, and I really like them for the socks and for your underwear and bras and things like that. So so I have different kinds of socks, as you can clearly see. I have my everyday socks. I have these like no-show socks down here, and I have these really heavy socks for like wintertime right here. And again, I'm just trying to maximize my space because I apparently love socks. So one thing you might want to consider doing, and this is something I'm going to stress to everybody who's watching, is to really just work within your means. And what I mean by that is you might need to go through your sock drawer and your underwear drawer and your bra drawer, and you might have to reevaluate some things. Got to get rid of some stuff, got to downsize a little bit. My theory is if it's not something I've worn in the last year, bra wise or sock wise, then, it's definitely time to get rid of it. Same thing goes for like pajamas and underwear, especially if, your underwears are starting to form holes. I think it's definitely time for us to be getting rid of those. So spend some time before doing this and really just evaluate the things that you have and what you don't want or what you don't wear anymore. Okay. So this side of my sock drawer, I have all the heavier socks, like the winter socks, and there's several layers of socks that I have down here, if you can't tell. So under here, I've got a couple pairs of different socks, and you know, different kinds, different styles. And I fold them up really nice. I make everything look really appealing to when I open the drawer and I'm like, oh my gosh, my socks look great. So that's my sock drawer. If you want to know how I fold my socks to look like this, then please check out all my other video about folding socks. And then you can learn from there. Okay. All right, so that's the top drawer, and that's my sock drawer. So moving on down to the second drawer, this is where I keep all of my bras, sports bras, day-to-day bras, and my underwear. So again, maximizing my space as much as I can. There's not really a bin out there that's this small, you know, that would fit in between here. So I just kind of roll up my clothes and just stuff them in there. So for my bras and stuff, and I know there are other systems out there that you can get that, you know, make everything look fantastic when you open the drawers, and that's fine. I mean, I'll definitely start investing in something like that, but this is just how I kind of organize my drawers. And I don't have a lot of drawers, and I have a lot of stuff. So this is just to kind of help you organize yourself. These bins that I got here, these are not obviously the IKEA bins. These are the ones I got at the dollar store. So you could go to the dollar store and just start with something like as simple as that. That way you're not having to spend a lot of money if you can't really afford the IKEA bins. But so I have all of my sports bras. These are all sports bras in here. And the way that I kind of fold them to kind of fit in here, I just sort of like fold the cups over on each other like that into a half, if you can see that. And then I just sort of place it, like I try to get all the straps in there and everything so they're not bunched up everywhere, and I just sort of slide it right down in there so that way it's kind of nice and together, and you can see all the types of sports bras that I have. Same kind of thing I do over here. I don't really have a great system with the folding with the bras, but they all fit right here in this little bin, and that's kind of what I leave for the space. If it doesn't fit in this bin, then it doesn't stay. So that's another thing that you have to kind of think about is, you know, what do I have here? What will fit, what won't? And that's why I said you got to really eliminate some things. Same thing here with my bras. I probably have, this is another bin I got at the dollar store. And to be honest, I probably have about 10 bras in here that fit quite nicely. And it still kind of keeps going into the back. I don't know if you can see it. And they fit great. So I'm really kind of pleased with that for now. These are like my underwears. And not to be too like too much information, but the way I did this was I just I fold them over and I just roll them so that way they kind of look like a nice little rolled up underwear, I guess. I don't know how else to describe that, but I found it to be a lot easier to find not only the pair of underwear that I'd like to wear for the day, but then you can kind of see what you have. And this will help not buy a lot of the same things at the store that you've been buying and then come home and realize, oh, I already had that. So this kind of really helps when you roll it like this. You can see what you have. And these are all of my, I call them granny panties. Just because, you know, I like to wear them most of the time. And then these right here, back here, are all of my thongs and, you know, more sexy chonies to wear when I go out with my husband. So, and then I have my bathing suits here, and I just kind of, like I said, rolled those up. And then this is just overflow of underwear that I have that I couldn't really fit in here. And then that's pretty much it. My lingerie drawer comes second. So it's sock drawer first, lingerie drawer second, okay? And then let's go ahead and close that up. And okay, so moving on down to the third drawer. This is kind of where I have all of my workout pants or loungy kind of pants. And I have my pajamas slash loungy shorts. And then over here, I have all of my shirts, like my pajama shirts or loungy shirts is what I call them. And let me go ahead and stand up a little bit so you can kind of see from a taller. There we go. That actually looks a lot better. Okay, so again, I have these in those IKEA bins that I got, and I really, really like those. And I have like a few layers of workout pants in here, and I do the same thing with my pants as I do my underwear, is I just kind of roll them up like a burrito. I guess that's kind of a better way of describing it, as a burrito. And let's see, and then I just kind of like stuff it in there as best I can to make it look pretty and nice. And then I do that with kind of like all the other pants that I have. These are all like yoga pants, loungy pants, workout pants, and I have like several layers of them in here. So hopefully you can see that pretty well. And then over here I've got all of the underwear, or I'm sorry, not the underwear, the lounge kind of like pajamas and loungy shorts and tops and things like that. And I do the same thing, like I said, I kind of just roll them up. I rolled up my shorts and I stuffed them in like this way, so that way I could see them, kind of using the same method as I do with my underwear. And the way I kind of organized this a little bit was I put all of my summery, cooler items on top, and I kind of put the wintry, warmer things on the bottom, just because in Texas where I live, it's mostly warm throughout the year. It doesn't get super, super cold until, December, January, February time. So I really only have like 3, maybe 4 months of really cold weather. And so most of the time I'm wearing, shorts and things like that. So I tend to put those things up on top because it's easier to get to. And then the other things I put on the bottom. And then over here I have my shirts that I wear to bed sometimes, or just out and about, maybe to go work out. I have lots of workout shirts, honestly. When I was working out, I needed like a million things. So I have a million clothes for those. And I folded these up. If you watch my other video, I actually show you how to fold your shirts so they look nice and neat like this. And they fit into this nice IKEA bin, just like that. So watch that video on how to fold your shirts to make them look just ever so neat. And that's the third drawer that I have in my closet on my dresser, is going to be workout / relax yoga pants. Then in the middle here, I've just got some shorts and lounge pants and lounge shorts and winter things. I don't have a lot of winter pajamas. I get hot in the middle of the night too. So, again, you're going to have to evaluate your dressers and what you have and what you're trying to fit in there, because you're not going to be able to fit everything. And then on this side, I have just all of those, like I said, t-shirts, tank tops, loungy t-shirts, and things like that for whenever. Okay, so that's drawer number 3. All right, folks, here we are down to the bottom drawer, the last drawer of my dresser, and ta-da, there it is. All right, now this drawer I had dedicated specifically to working out, because I have spent the last 4 years of my life working out about 4 to 5 times a week. So I needed a drawer specifically dedicated to that type of attire, because that's what I was in most of the time. I have a lot of it, so I needed a lot of extra space, and as you can clearly see, I've used up every single inch of it, just because I have so much stuff. And believe it or not, I've actually gotten rid of some things. So this was a lot worse before, and I could barely shut this drawer. I wish I would have thought to take before pictures and after so you guys could really see the difference, but I promise this drawer was atrocious before, and now it looks a lot better. It looks like it's more manageable. All right, so let me just give you a breakdown of kind of how I did this. This is another IKEA bin. As you can clearly see, I love IKEA. And these are all of the shorts and things that I would wear while working out. And what I did is I just, you know, I rolled everything up as best I could. Like these types of shorts, you know, they're made out of that like nylon or polyester or whatever it is, stretchy material. So they roll very, very well. And I have layers and layers and layers of shorts. So it works, the whole rolling thing definitely works. And then you can fit a whole lot more in these bins, which is great. And it keeps it kind of together, nice and neat. The one crummy thing about it, of course, like I mentioned earlier, is that you can't really see what's there. You do have to kind of dig for the type of shorts you're looking for the day. But, you know, I mean, it really doesn't take that long to just roll up your clothes and kind of put them back nice and neat as best you can. These are shorts here too that I use to work out or just everyday wear that I like to throw on, and I just like legit rolled them and stuffed them down here just to kind of give them a spot, because, you know, can't get rid of those shorts. Those are my favorites. I gotta wear those. So that's how I did it. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's other methods out there that might work good for you. This is just how I've organized my drawer. And it works for me for now. I would really say that if I had bought any more workout things, like I will have to definitely reevaluate what I have and what I want to keep, because there's a lot here and I don't have any more space to put anything. So that's the downside. And if you're like me and I like to shop, I like to have like the latest and greatest things, as anybody else does. So yeah, getting rid of some of this stuff is going to be kind of hard because I do enjoy wearing it. But, you know, gotta give and take. So, all right. And then over here I have all of the shirts, as you can clearly see, and I have folded them ever so neatly and placed them again in these IKEA bins. These first several shirts that you see here are not in a bin. They're just freestanding. But I made it look like it, right? It looks almost like it's supposed to be in a bin. And again, if you want to learn how to fold your shirts like this to make them fit nice and neat inside these little bins that I get from IKEA, then please watch that video on YouTube. I explain exactly how to do it. And when you fold everything, I did explain it in my video, but make sure you do fold everything with the labels or whatever is printed on the front of your shirt out so you can see exactly what you have. And that just helps really with grabbing and going. You know, I mean, I definitely pick and choose what I like to wear when I work out, just because I like the way I look in some things and I don't like the way I look in others. Or you know, maybe I'm running that day and I need a specific kind of short to run in, you know, things like that. At least you kind of can see what shirts work best for those activities and what shorts work best for those activities. So that's pretty much how I organize my dresser drawer. Hope it made sense to you. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something away from it. You know, not everything is stellar or organized exactly the way maybe that you would organize it, but it works for me. So like I said, first drawer is sock drawer, second drawer is lingerie, third drawer is going to be your loungy yoga pants and your pajamas, and last but not least is going to be your workout stuff. So you guys can organize it however you feel it works for you, and always put everything in piles, kind of figure out what you have the most of, and then dedicate those drawers accordingly. All right, you guys, so that's how I organize my dresser drawer. I hope you found it to be insightful or helpful. If not, that's okay. It's not going to work for everybody, but that's how I've managed my drawers for the last couple of years now. And I can always do better. I can always get better. If I find something better, I will post about it and talk about it. But I would really encourage you to sit down and think about what you have an abundance of and kind of start making piles from there. And then you can kind of see what you have most of. For me, I have a ton of workout attire. That's just what I have the most of. So that's why I needed that whole bottom drawer to be dedicated just for that. So it might be different for you. You could be a pajama gal, you could be a lingerie gal, you could be both, you could be all three. But hopefully you will continue to come back to my channel. I will post more things about how to organize other parts of your house. I'm going to be doing one on how to organize your closet, and then I'm going to talk about how to organize your fridge and freezer. So be looking out for those videos in the future. And as always, you guys, don't be average, be savage. Bye.